We live, my brother. Peace and love, family. This is your boy Shaun G. Peace and love to the family, and I want to talk to everybody today. We got a very special guest that's in the building. Welcome to our show. Today we're going to explore a fascinating world of Dr. Lee. All right, this episode right here, we're going to dive deep into the stories, ideas, and innovations that shape our lives and challenges our perspectives. So I want you to join us as we embark on this journey of discovery, learning, and inspiration. Whether you are curious or have a curious mind or a seasoned expert, there's something here for everyone. All right, I'm your host, Shaun G. And today we have our special guest in the building, tuning in all the way from Africa right now, from Nigeria. Brother, talk to us, Dr. Lee, talk to us right now and tell us where you are uh, and how you're doing today. Dr. Lee, are you there? Dr. Lee, are you there? Can you hear me?
All right, I'm cool, man. Good day. Yeah, good day.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
yourself. I mean, I spoke to you in 2017. At the time, you was doing music and all that kind of stuff, and it was a lot of good things going on with you. And here we are in 2024. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on with you right now, what you're up to these days, and how are things with you?
Yeah, it's been a while, Mr. G. It's been a while. Thank God for grace. Thank God for God. Thank God for everything. It's been a while. 2017. Yeah, I was into music, dance, comedy. Right now, man, I'm just more focused on art. I'm now an art therapist, an art collector, and a curator.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
Yeah, personally, um, 2017, when I was into music, I discovered music was not really paying the bills, and I had a lot of bills to take care of at that time. So I just had to, branch into the other aspects of art, which is other aspect of art, which is music is a part of art. So other aspect like visual and performing art.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
see you doing.
So I got into painting, drawing.
And how is that working out for you right now? How is the
Yeah.
paintings and
So
how's the
and
drawings?
so yeah, beautiful man, beautiful, beautiful. I've been able to sponsor myself through school. I'm done with school, and it's a beautiful experience, man. Beautiful, beautiful.
Really? So I mean, are you enjoying it more? Because I mean, of course, music is something that anything that you get into, it takes time, right? If you plant a seed in the ground, it doesn't grow in a day. It has to germinate in
True,
the
true.
ground. It has to take its time and grow, and it may grow. Now, some things grow faster than others. Some things take longer than others. Do you have the feeling, or do you have the same kind of love for the arts that you have for music?
Um, Thank you very much. Well, for the arts, it's always been a dream of mine to be an artist. I guess I just branched into music then because I was opportune to have the necessary equipment for recording, and then I was pretty good as a rapper then. But then switching to art has really helped me to understand that I was born to be an artist, and not just an artist. Being an art therapist is it's mind changing. It's life changing. I mean to say because I've been able to reach out to people, um, create a brand on my own, which is Talk It Out. It's a brand that reach out to young ladies, young men to help them build themselves, build their career, and then create a capacity for them to be able to stand in the economy and do something good with their life. So I also give them therapy sessions through my platform, my brand, and I've been able to touch lives, and it's really, really fulfilling, man. Really, really fulfilling.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. Family, if you're just joining us today, we have Dr. Lee on here, humanitarian artist who deals in the arts. And I want you to tune in and right now and go ahead and share the video. Let's get some shares out there if you're just tuning in. It's early in the game. We were supposed to come on at 9, excuse me, at 6. But we were behind the scenes getting some things, some technical things sorted out. And if you're just joining us, we welcome you in the building right now. So here's what we're gonna do before we actually continue. I have so much to talk about. We're gonna be listening to and looking at some of the arts. I know Dr. Lee have some things posted up in his shop, and he's been doing music, and now he's doing a great thing. So we're gonna talk all about that. But I do want to get the video out to some people if we can. But in the meantime, while we doing that, let's talk a little bit about your area where you come from. Because I was doing some research yesterday, and I found that where you come from, how do you pronounce it? Is it Meda Guri? How do you pronounce that part of Nigeria? Can you hear me, my brother?
Yeah, idea.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, it was a glitch in the network.
All right, no problem. So let's talk about where you come from. All right, let's talk about the area and tell us a little bit about how is it growing up there. How is the environment? And before you say that, how do you pronounce the area you come from so people can know where you are and where you come from and all that good stuff?
Okay, I'm from Maiduguri, Nigeria. Yeah, it's a northeastern part of Nigeria, northeast, that has been associated with the recent insurgency of Boko Haram.
Yeah, and I hear a lot
So
about that.
I was born and brought up. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
was
I
born
hear.
and brought up in the state.
Okay, and when you say the states, what do you mean when you say the states? What do you mean by the states? So people could have a clear understanding of what that means.
No, yeah. Maiduguri is a state in Nigeria. Well, we have 32 states in the country. So Maiduguri is a state in Nigeria where I was born and brought up. So I was a victim of the insurgency. I was lucky to have escaped, I think, 2019, and then I came back 2020 before the corona outbreak. So I've been practicing art since then, and it was really traumatizing. But thank God for everything. We're up and running. We're good.
And that's a beautiful thing. It's good to see that everything is good. I see my boy Jason is in the building. Jason, drop a comment below and let us know if you can hear us nice and clear. We just sharing the video. I have Dr. Lee on here. We are live. He's live all the way in East Africa right now, and he's in the arts, and he's talking about his journey. I met this brother maybe about at least 7, 8 years ago when he was doing music, and
Yeah.
we played some of his music. It was fantastic, and we've been, kind of in
Yeah.
touch and connecting all the way since then. And today we're gonna go on his journey. We're gonna follow him around and see what it is that he's doing. Where he's at. He has some great art. Now, I was a little taken back when I heard the name Doctor added to your name. Now, what's that all about? So, talk to us about the
Uh,
doctor thing, because I'm like Doctor Lee. All right, so we Doctor Lee, or are you just making yourself official as a doctor in the arts?
well, yeah, thank you for that. Well, actually, Dr. Lee is kind of a nickname. My real name is Lee Idro, but when I started my art therapy journey for people communicating with the traumatized, people passing through anxiety, you understand? So a lot of my friends were like, "Man, are you a doctor?" I was like, "I don't get." They're like, "Ah, the way you help people that have mental health conditions, developmental disabilities, physical disabilities, illness, trauma, disease, like." So a lot of them were like, "Wow, I think you should be called a doctor." So the whole decided calling me Doctor Lee, Doctor Lee, Doctor Lee, Doctor Lee, and then the name just kind of stick, man.
So you healing people. I mean, when you say you healing people, because that's a huge claim, to heal people. And I know there's a lot of healers, and art is healing. And as a therapist, a doctor, therapist, and art therapist, and all that kind of stuff, you are in the
True,
business of
true.
healing. So let's talk about the healing process. Let's talk about your passion for healing. Where did this come from? Because this is not something that I know you from, and now this is something that you are you into. Let's talk about your passion. Where did that come from? Where does the healing part of that come from? Where does that passion come from within you?
Thank you. Well, growing up in the northeastern part of my country and then having to experience such devastating level of insurgency, and then seeing the way the community is being organized, the way a lot of ladies are being used, the way a lot of heartbreaking things, man. So I just felt the need to reach out to people, try to make them feel better through art, and I've been able to reach out to many humanitarian organizations. I partner with UN, I've partnered with Red Cross to do SIP and things, community healing, community development through art to some of the displaced people. And then some of the areas I help in seeing that healing is being brought to those people are through the medium where they express and process their emotion, help them to develop self awareness and self esteem. And I also help to improve community skills by teaching them how to use art as a means to fight financial loss and how to use art as a means for livelihood. And then I also teach them how to manage and cope with their stress and anxiety, cope with their trauma and loss, enhance cognitive function and memory. When it comes to where some of them have traumatic experience, memories they feel they want to forget. There's a way we use arts, and then through sip and pain process, self healing, we teach them, and then they get to express themselves on their canvas. And a lot of them get to be healed at the end of the day because they tend to be more happy and more accepting to the society.
Oh, so you're really a doctor. You're really a therapist, and when you look at the description of a when you look at the title art and art therapist, you're supposed to be able to do that. I know here in the states, people who have that title attached to their name, they are able to do those things, and that's what art is all about. And you expressed everything that I mean, I was just asking, and you expressed everything that I was looking for in the area, and you're actually doing that with your foot on the ground, and that's a powerful thing. I would like to ask you a question, family. If you're just tuning in, I'm talking to Dr. Lee. All right, artist, a good brother that I've known for a while. He's doing some wonderful things in this community. and it's a pleasure to have him on here. He's in his home town, and I think we probably get him to walk around and show some of the beautiful land, and also walk into the store and show some of his art as well. But what he's saying to you is that he's healing. He's healing, and I believe him as a healer because he's actually doing the work on the ground. So let me ask you a question. Can you describe your approach? I know you talked about the art and the therapy and all that kind of stuff, and your clients. Um, how effective is your therapy to people? Are people coming back? Do people look for you? Hey, where's the doctor at? Where's Dr. Lee? I need his assistance. How effective is your work in the community?
Well, I must say it's very effective because a lot of them, I earlier told you the brand, my brand is Talk About It. That's my brand where I have people that I register. They cannot register. It's actually free. Though it's free. Um, they register and then we get to keep in touch, keep connecting to each other, and then we teach art at the deeper level, and then teach you how to make money from what you do. Because a lot of these people that have been displaced, because most of them were displaced from their local government, they were displaced and then they are in another place. So at that particular place they are, all they get is donations from humanitarian organizations, from philanthropies. But then what I do is teach them how to use their God-given hand, create a masterpiece, sell it and make money from it, and then be able to use it to take care of themselves and their family. So a lot of them have been transformed, their life has been transformed in the sense that a lot of them are actually doing well in the community right now. And the last I talked to a lady, her name is Hafsat. The last I talked to her, she told me that she just finished building her house in the village. And I was like, really? She said, yes, because I used to wear traditional tie and dye, and then she has been able to incorporate that in her own business. And then she's been able to sell bags, shoes, um, clothes, attires, and she's really making it. So a lot of them, their life has been transformed, and they keep coming back for counseling. We have one-on-one discussion. Sometimes we do go out and visit other refugees. We go out together with them. We go out and visit, and then help them to also give back to their own community. So they are doing pretty well, if I may say. They're doing pretty well.
Wow. That's powerful. That's very powerful. And we commend you for doing that kind of work. And if you can touch one person, it means a lot. If you can touch one person, it means so much. And it sounds like, you'll be touching so many more people. And the fact that you're teaching people, entrepreneurship, you're teaching them how to cope with the things that they're going through art, as well as hey, this is not something that you're just going to draw. This is something that you can draw, and you could actually sell it. And I'm going to teach you how to do this. So that's a very powerful thing that you're doing. And that one person is she came to you and let you know how good it is. I mean, how is everybody else in the community taking it? I mean, of course they know you. You're local, uh, and all that good stuff. And so, is that building like a bridge, or is it building a buzz in the town that everybody need to come see you? But before you answer that question, I want to talk about kind of two-part question. I want to talk about the refugees and the displacement. And I hear, as I do some research, I hear that Boko Haram is really, disrupting a great place. That land and where you are right now is it's a thriving place. They got a lot of resources and dealing with trade and architect, and agriculture. How bad has it been? And are things getting better there on the ground?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Actually, it was really, really, really jacked up. I guess if you've done your research, so I'm pretty sure you've seen the level of damage that was caused due to that insurgency. A lot of businesses, a lot of livelihood, a lot of lives were lost. But so far, it's not like the way it used to be. Though in my country we have different type of problem for different types of gay. So currently this year, I won't say they are doing that much like they did in the past. So things have been a little bit better right now. Things have been a little bit better. Though there is still some traces of insurgency here and there, but not like it used to be. And then we're still trying to expand to see a way whereby we can visit other states that have been affected by insurgency and see a way where we can also offer art therapy to them and then make it a global thing because art therapy is not just about drawing painting, but it's about the emotional healing, the trauma that a lot of the victims have passed through, and then to see how to psychologically assist them and can help to get their mind right to make them feel there's a reason to be alive.
And like anything, I mean, we have crime here in America. We don't, we don't experience insurgencies, but we can kind of say an insurgency is a bunch of people that's a part of a gang, a bunch of people that's a part of a wave of doing crime and all that kind of stuff. So we can kind of look at that like it may be 15 or 20 people and they insurge in the neighborhood, because they committing crimes and they doing all kind of things. Are you safe where you are right now? Are you safe in the place you are? I see that you're happy and I see that you're thriving. Do you feel a sense of security where you are?
Um, I'm safe, man. I'm safe. In the sense that where I am currently is
You were breaking up. You were breaking up at the moment, and so when I asked you the question, I could see you. You kind of leaning back, like, "Yo, man, do you know who I am?" My name is Doctor Lee. you know, and understandable. And I'm just asking that because I just want people to get an idea of, because we're talking about some things. By the way, if you just tuning in, go ahead, let's share the video, family. We're talking to Dr. Lee, art therapist. We're going to be getting into some of his pieces. If you have some to go walk into, and we're going to be talking about so many things. We are, kind of, I think about 20 minutes into the conversation, and we really chopping it up. And I want to, what I'm saying, I just want to get into the groove right now because it took us. We were supposed to start at 9 o'clock, and I mean, excuse me, we were supposed to start at 6 o'clock, and it took us about 40 minutes to get the audio up, because of the distance. And as you know, there's probably about a 5 minute delay. So I'm saying what I'm saying, and it takes about maybe 5 seconds for him to hear what I'm saying completed. So we're gonna take our time with this conversation. So you safe, you safe. You're doing some things now. Let's walk around the area. What's going on in the store? Because I know earlier it looked like it was a clothing store. I seen some stuff on the wall. Can we go in there and look at some of the things that's happening in there? I don't. It doesn't mind about the noise or anything, but we want to see what's going on. Let's walk around a little bit and take us somewhere in the area so we can see some of the pieces and some things that's happening right around you. Peace and love to Meshack Yusuf that's on the check-in. He said, "That's my Lee. I'm
all right.
proud of you,
Cool. Let
bro."
me switch on.
Okay.
Let me do this. Do this. All right. So basically, are you with me?
I'm right here. I'm with you.
So can you see?
I can see.
These are some of the works that are done in Africa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
these are some of the traditional marks that are synonymous to the people of Benin.
mm-hmm.
The people of Benin are actually known for, and then we have some beads here that are for sale. Some traditional drums, some things. So we just basically have a lot of traditional arts work that are being personally. Some of them they make it for sale. Some we do it for charity.
That's nice right there. Let me see the beads. That's go back to the beads you just walked past. It look like some beads that's hanging right there. Let me see those.
Yeah, you mean these ones?
Yeah. Go up a little bit closer. Let's
Yeah,
see. Yeah, see if we can get a little closer to that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice. And so some of the masks, is that a shop where you got the masks, you got the beads? Do how much would something like that cost, and how do people get their hands on that in the area? Do they just come through? Do you guys sell it, to other people that's not in the area, or is just a for local people?
Yeah, for the max is basically a collection because I do collecting and then curating. So some people send me their max for sale, and some donate it to my studio so I can have it for exhibition. And then sometimes, most times actually, the money we get from exhibition because people do walk in to just have a tour of the studio, and then they pay for entering. So most times I think 2 3 months we gather the money we make from the exhibition, from commission. Maybe somebody did an artwork and wants to buy, and then from other donations that we get from to my somebody that we know, a humanitarian, like do a humanitarian outreach for those affected by the insurgency, and then help to build their capacity in the community. So sometimes, like the beat is actually from a part of my country where, like the Igbos, they use it for chieftaincy decoration, traditional dance, and then traditional attire. So we have like every item of a community here. So maybe if you're from this state and then you come to the studio and then you see something that is from your tradition, you would like to get it. And then we have a lot of patronage from such people. And then we use most of our saving, most of our earnings, sorry, we use it for humanitarian purposes. We do reach out, we'll provide, maybe we'll go to a community and then see that, okay, they're lacking water, then we'll provide water for them. Or we see they're lacking good roads, then we'll just find a way to empower the youth and see how we can get accessible road for them. So it's as I said, it's not just about the drawing painting, it's about emotionally reaching out to those people and then providing assistance for them. Try to see that we reach out to them psychologically and mentally. So that's what we do. And then there's no way that gets through to somebody than seeing that you get to fulfill their basic need, like what you need at that particular moment is being fulfilled. So that's how we've been able to reach out to a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's a powerful thing, and we commend you for that. Peace and love to Kathy on the check-in. Let's send a big shout out to Domingo, the Demi Goddess Chan. He said, "Peace and love to you, Dr. Lee." Also, Mishak Yusuf said, "That's my Lee. He's proud of you." And he also said that he's with you. Let's share the video, family. We want everybody, to join into this conversation right now as we talk to Dr. Lee, humanitarian, artist, community worker. He's doing community work on the ground, that's affecting the lives of individuals who are going through things. And I think that's a powerful thing, and we need to clap. We need to applaud him for doing that. We need to applaud him for doing that. And I think everybody, more people should know and hear about this brother across the board. And I'm proud to be able to interview him and talk about some of these things that he's actually doing. I mean, a lot of people talk about things that they do or things they want to do. And to me, it's always a pleasure to hear brothers that's actually out there doing it, right? And so he's explaining it, he's expressing it. You see the work on the ground, you see the things that they're producing, and that's a beautiful thing. All right, and peace and love to my man Jason on the check-in. How you doing, brother? I see you. And again, a lot of people talk about what they're gonna do and what they're gonna do, and I come from a place where I don't want to hear no talk. Let's put this work in. That's how we, here in the States, we got a saying: don't talk about it, be about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of things. A lot of people do a lot of talking, and I respect you and I appreciate you because you're actually doing the work. Let me ask you a question. I mean, what with all of the goodness, and all of the things, what are some of your dreams? Like when you sat back, as a young kid, and I think we're moving a little bit ahead. Let's go back. What were some of your dreams as a young Lee? When you sat back in your bed and you seen some of the things and you say, you know what, mama, you know what, daddy, I'm gonna do this one day in my life. And you daydreamed and you visualized, you watched TV or you seen certain things and your mind went far out into the universe. What are some of the things that you said that you wanted to do? What are your dreams, and what do you really? What's your ultimate goal in taking this to the whole next level? What would be your ultimate dream for all of this stuff that you're doing?
Oh, thank you very much. Even before I started music, I, I think I was a gospel. Sorry, I think.
Take your
I was
time.
a gospel musician. I was a gospel musician, and then all I was after was touching life. I've always wanted to be somebody that will touch life, help people to achieve their goals, be that example that people can emulate and then live the best of their life. I've always been about touching life. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
So you're a Christian,
Yeah,
and how long have you been in the church? Are you still in the church, or how long have you been a part of the church? And as a matter of fact, in the area, do you guys have a local church over there?
yeah. I was born and brought up in the church, and I'm still in the church, and I'll forever be in the church.
So I don't. Where's your book at, man? I don't see your Bible in your hand, man. So okay, okay. Well, that's good to know. That mean you're a man of faith and all that stuff. So you know what? Let me ask you this question, because we have our versions of the Bible. Let's go here. I think this would be a good place. We have our versions of the Bible there. Very interesting to know. There in Africa, there in the motherland, where you are, what kind of Bible do you have?
Thank you. I have my King James version of the Bible.
Okay. So you doing the regular King James version? Now is it very interesting, because a lot of different parts of a lot of different parts of Africa, different parts of the continent. There's a lot of different, of course, in Christianity, there's a lot of different books that they're reading. We're not going to get into all that, but I had to ask that question because maybe some people would know, hey, this is a brother in the church, he's in a whole nother place. Hey, Shaun G, ask him about the book. What kind of books are they reading? Are they getting some better information than we getting over here? That type of thing. So I thought I just may throw that out there for you, not to really beat that up and stay on that too long. Peace and love to Kathy on the check-in. So my brother is a Christian, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Lee is a Christian. He's a humanitarian. He's into the arts, and he's into helping people. And I can say that that's a good person. Anybody that's in the business of helping people, these are good people by nature. They don't look to harm no one. They just want to see everybody happy. And if it was a perfect world, and let me tell you something, I always say that if I had the power to make this world the way I want this world to be, I'll just make it so that nobody will feel, everybody will be happy. It's a beautiful world, but it seemed like we are trapped in, these people are good and these people are bad. Nobody don't. It can't just be one way, because these people don't want to see these people happy. So these people gonna, hurt these people and trap these people and put these people through certain things, and these people, So it's just a big mess, and I think it's like duality. You can't have good without bad. You can't have this without that, and it's just unfortunate. And I think some of us look at it and say, well, man, why can't we have it like that? Why can't everything just be beautiful? That type of thing. So I commend you once again. Peace and love to the family on the check-in. Let's share the video. And let me go to some of the comments real quick. My man Jason, peace and love to Christy and Jason on the Christy and Jason channel. He said, you already know, man. I help mental health, disability individuals, and at-risk youth in New York City, my boy. And absolutely, and that's what I'm talking about. It takes a lot to do that, Jay. It takes a lot to do that, you know. And you got to be trained and skilled in that area to have. You got to be patient. You got to be a very patient kind of person to deal with any difficult situations in life and all that good stuff, right? So we're talking to Dr. Lee. All right, it's a beautiful day, family, and we chopping it up. You know, this brother's doing some good work on the ground. I was gonna see if he had some of his material in the music, but you know, he said I left that alone. You know, that don't pay no bill. you know, it's like one of those things. You say, yeah. So what you do for a living, man? Yeah, man. You know, I make that music. And that lady look at you and say, "Well, you make music, okay? No. What job do you work at?" You know, that type of thing. So that brother, he found out real early in the game that this music is cool, but I got to get some things situated to take care. Some take care of this personal stuff, man. You can keep the music, man. I'm over here doing some stuff where I can make a living and also be in a position to help other people. Let me ask you, Dr. Lee. Is Dr. Lee still here with us? So Dr. Lee, he froze up. So we'll get Dr. Lee back in here. Any questions you guys have for Dr. Lee? And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop your comment below in the comment section, and we'll ask Dr. Lee, who's live right now in the northeastern part of Nigeria, in a beautiful place. Right. So is there anything out there right now that anywhere you want to walk around? Is there anything that you can see? Because I know there is a university over there. There's a university over there. I believe the university is a prominent university in your town. You want to talk a little bit about the university and what is it doing, and do you have any prominent people that's coming out of that university, and how significant is the university in the community?
Yeah. The university is the University of Maiduguri. That was the university I finished from. I got my bachelor's degree in art history and meteorology. So
Congratulations.
it's a really beautiful university where it's just mind blowing. You meet fascinating people, really cool and welcoming people. Maiduguri is really a very beautiful town, like beautiful, beautiful town. You have beautiful people with diverse culture that live in peace and harmony, and we have a lot of natural resources. But then the insurgency was just what made the town look as if it's really not worth living. But that town is really, really beautiful. So they have a lot of prominent people coming out from that university and doing well, not just in Nigeria, but all over the world. Um, in Maiduguri, currently, we have one of the richest person in Africa, in the person of Muhammadu Indemi. He is one of the richest people in Africa. He's currently in Maiduguri. His house was not really far from my studio, when I had my studio close to his house. So I do have the opportunity to see him once in a while. So there are many, and currently the vice president of my country, he was the former governor, but now he's the vice president. So Maiduguri is really, really doing well.
Wow. And I heard that name before. Say that name again of the richest person that's in town or in the area. I heard that name before. Say that name again.
Yeah, Muhammad Indemi.
Mama Midemi. All right, we'll get him on here, and also we'll get this question from Christy and Jason in a second once he get back on here. So yeah, family, if you just tuning in, go ahead and share the video. All right, share the video and let this populate a little bit. We're a little bit late in the building, but we here nonetheless, and it's about we about 40 minutes in, and we're just gonna have this conversation. And when he unfreezes, all right, he's back. So yeah, okay. So I think I said it. I tried to say it. I hope I pronounced it correctly. So he's the richest man, and what is he doing in the area? I mean, is he keeping all the money for himself, or is he throwing money like they do? Because here in the States, when we go to Nigerian parties, we like to go to Nigerian parties, and let me tell you why. Because if you don't have no money in your pocket, by the end of the day, you're going home with some money because they throw money in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
You know, you
that's
going home with
that's
$30
one
or
of the
something,
bad
40 something
characters
dollars.
that
We have a
that's one of the bad characters that some
that's
Nigerians
traditional.
do have.
So let me ask a question on the screen from Christy and Jason right here. He said here's the question that he had for you. He said, what challenges you face on making a difference to the clients you you severe far as obtaining resources for the clients on giving them healing. I'm hoping I'm reading that right, but he said your clients you severe for as obtaining resources for the clients you're giving them healing. So, what challenges you face making the difference with your challenge with your clients in giving them healing? Resources are giving them healing.
All right, thank you, Christy and Jason Lee. I like that name Lee because that's my name. Well,
How
it,
how
it was
ironic.
really challenging because here in the north there are a lot of customs and traditions that you have to be very careful not to um, create a problem for yourself and for them too. Because um, the place I am in is a Muslim dominated area. Northeast is actually a Muslim state. So being a Christian, first, that's a very big challenge because even producing art, there are limitations to it. I can't produce representational art in the sense of drawing sculpture, like portrait drawing of a person and sculpture is against the religion of the state. So you get so when there's an inspiration or like maybe I want to do a sculpture, already I'm limited. I can't do that because of the tradition of the
Now,
state,
you said
the religion of the state.
now what is the religion of the state? Is the religion of the state Muslim?
Yes, yes, Muslim.
Okay, okay, go on.
So
You can.
already by
Uh huh.
that I'm limited. And then there is also a challenge of meeting the affected people because most of them are in the state where I'm in, others are in their local government. So transportation, considering the road is bad, transporting myself and my team from where I am to go and meet to go and meet those people, hey, I'm still human, man. I don't want to end up being a case of God forbid, but yeah, getting to the place is a challenge. So I've faced a lot of challenges, but I thank God for the fact that God has always been with me. And then my heart is pure. My heart is pure towards Him that I reach out to people and touch their life. And so God has been able to touch my life also. And then set me as an example to be able to reach out to those people.
Okay, so just so that I'm clear, because you were breaking up a lot in different parts, but so you are you saying that you have to be careful because you are moving as a Christian with certain things, and if you're not careful, you know something can happen to you, or they'll look at you like, hey, you're not Muslim, so you don't have certain privileges. Is that what you're saying?
Mm. In the aspect of art, yeah, in the aspect of art, I can't express myself to the extreme. You know, art is not limited to just painting and drawing. Art is universal. So there are some limitations that you can't practice art at that particular place
I see.
the way you
I
want.
see. I see. So what would be considered a license to draw? What type of things? So I guess what type of things are the artists drawing who have the right to do it? I guess who's on the right side of things? What are they drawing? What kind of art
Yeah,
are they doing?
yeah. You see, tie and dye is highly appreciated. Calligraphy writing is highly appreciated. Graphic art in terms of painting, signboard, um, digital art, highly welcome. But representational art, drawing portraits and sculpture is highly frowned at.
Why? It's highly. What was the last thing you said? Is highly frowned at?
portrait and sculpture.
Portrait and sculpture.
Yeah,
Why? Is anyone able to do it, or is just no? I mean, can any? I mean, are there people who can do it, or are they just nobody can do it?
yeah, yeah. But it's it's of the religion of the people that are dominating the state. Such type of art is not is they don't patronize it. Let me just use that word. They don't
So
patronize it
in
because
other
it's
words,
against the religion.
people are not gonna buy it. It's a waste of time to even deal with it because no one is gonna buy it, and there's no one gonna buy it because it's not something that's worthy. No one is gonna buy it because of the, I guess, the powers that be. They don't
No,
want you to
it's
have it
against the religion.
because of the religion. Gotcha.
Yes.
Now, has I mean, not to get too far, but I am going to ask you some questions. I mean, from your opinion, does it make things better um, as a Muslim nation, or is it better? Would it be better if it was a Christian nation? What are the two differences of the religion and how it deals with the people? I mean, what would be better for the community? I mean, of course, you this and they're that or whatever. So of course you're gonna be you'll be biased towards your faith. But I mean, truly, what would be best for the people from your perspective, and how would it be best for the people?
Well, everybody has the right to practice their religion the way it's suiting for them. So personally, it doesn't affect my business, my brand, because I'm all about charity. I'm all about reaching out. So if there's a limitation here, then I use the other resources that are available at my disposal, and then use it to cover up for where I'm being limited. So if sculpture is not being accepted, I'll focus on digital art, and then if digital art is not accepted, I'll focus on other aspects of art, just to see that I cover up all open gaps.
Okay. Powerful. We're talking to Dr. Lee family. It's the main office. Your boy Sean G. We chopping up some good game, and you hearing some things from this brother who is in the motherland right now. You know, he's there. He's on the ground. Now, is there anywhere in the area that you could show us that so people that can see some things around there is that's important?
Well, at the moment, there's really no. But let me just switch up my camera and then just show you
Yeah,
guys some places that I'm
turn it the wide
pretty
way.
sure.
Turn it the wide way. Maybe we could see a little better if you can, if it's possible.
Okay, okay.
Peace and love to Nikki Bella. She said, "I'm proud of you, my G." Nikki Bella, what's up?
Okay, so over there is just traditional building, traditional building that was done with sand. You see, it's actually abandoned. Abandoned.
Is that the church right there?
No, this is not a church. This is a traditional building that
Okay.
is abandoned. You see, really abandoned, pretty abandoned.
All right. So who owns that building? Who 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 owns that building, Ali? Because maybe you can buy that building right there. Or, we could set up somewhere you could make something happen in that building. We talking to Dr. Lee family. All right. He's talking about a lot of interesting things that some people may not know of in regards to the arts there where he's at in Nigeria on the northeast side of Nigeria, and he's on the ground. He's out there doing a lot of good work in the community, and people are sorting out and looking for his service. And I think it's a powerful thing to see this brother positive, uplifted, happy, thriving, helping. in this community. And I think that's a powerful thing. And peace and love to Kathy. Says she I got a she says she has a doctor's appointment. All right, Kathy. I hope you go ahead and get yourself, together and all that good stuff. Take care of yourself. That's very important. Peace and love to Jason, who said that on his comment he said that was his oh my bad on the question product for Elmer High School. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I know what you're saying. I know what you're trying to say, but it threw me off just a little bit. That's okay. All right. So we'll wait for Dr. Lee to come back in the building. All right, humanitarian healer and all that good stuff. And while we waiting, please and love to Glennis, who tuned in as well. Shout out to Glennis. All right, she checked on me and said, "How you doing? How you doing, Glennis?" All right, and all that good stuff. Peace and love to Sharice, tuned in. Shout out to moms, Miss Deb, who tuned in as well. All right, and it's early. It is 10:42 here in the States, and I believe it's about should be about 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock in Africa right now, in Nigeria. So we'll get Dr. Lee back on. He's back in the building again. So Dr. Lee, I was asking the question: who owns that building? Who's the owner of that empty building over there? Because that's a nice building.
Yeah, it's the government.
Oh man, they won't sell it. I mean, why is it abandoned? Would they sell a building, or they'll just keep it and hold it for the amount of time that they want it for?
No, it's actually due to the bad infrastructure. So we just abandon it because it's been out of use for a while. So it's just there.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so it's just there. It's kind of like a landmark. It's a landmark.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you. Got you. So that's what's up, man. And it's been a beautiful conversation thus far, and I really appreciate this conversation with you, man. Is there any other thing that you want? I mean, because I could actually, I mean, we can have fun and talk so many things, and I think some things, is best is just to hit you and it's good and keep it that way. But is there anything other than that you would like to get out so people could hear and get an understanding of what you're doing, before we get up out of here?
Yeah. Basically, all I have to say is, as humans, we should all learn to love each other and tolerate each other. A lot of people are really passing through a lot that we don't actually know unless we get the opportunity to sit with them and talk. Because honestly, every day I go out there to the humanitarian camps to reach out to some of those affected by insurgencies. The testimonies I get from them, the confessions I get to hear from them as a therapist, a lot of people that get to confide in me, I get to understand that a lot of people are passing through a lot of things. Like, oh my God, a lot of people are really, really, really going through a lot, but we cover it all. We just smile and act as if it's okay, but it's really not okay. Nine out of 10 people that you see are traumatized. 9 out of 10 girls, young girls, teenage girls that you've seen have been abused mentally, psychologically, sexually. They've been abused, but they don't have that opportunity or somebody close to them that they can open up to and talk to, which is where I feel the need for that. There are an awareness for that has to be created because a lot of things are being swept under the rug and nobody really cares. So as humans, we should care enough to go out there and try to help as humans in any way we can. You don't have to do something big for you to be acknowledged. The little you do can go a long way to touch someone's life. So if there's any way we can help as humans, we should always try as much as possible to see that we help. I guess that's all I have to say, man.
I mean that's I mean you just drop the mic. Drop the mic. Powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think you say 9 out of 10. Wow, that's a pretty tight statistic right there. 9 out of 10. I mean, that's pretty much everybody. So the only person happy in the village right now is my man Lee. So
Yeah.
you So you gotta. Well, in that case, you have a big job to do, man. You got a big job, man. Your responsibility is heavy, heavy, heavy. You think you're gonna be able to withstand that kind of pressure?
It's really not easy, man. It's really, really not easy. But with God, all things are possible.
Absolutely. But I mean, are you willing? Because I
It
listen
is,
to what.
it is. But with God, man, all things are possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I guess you got to take it one day at a time. Are there anybody else in the community that we need to know about who's also as gifted, who is as brave, and who is as significant as you that we should know about?
Sorry, come again.
Yeah, is there anybody else in the community that's brave and as significant and as important as you are in the community that we should know about?
Well, I won't really say I'm important in the community. I just feel I'm just trying my best to see that the next person that I can set my eyes on is not passing through the pain, not passing through the trauma that person is passing through. I'm just trying my best to see that I reach out to people and touch lives. So I won't really say that I won't really feel as if I'm important, but I've seen other people like one of the richest man in Africa, Muhammad Indemi, that I told you about. He's really, really, he's my mentor because I emulate a lot of humanitarian works that he do. He try as much as possible to see that he do good to the society. So he's really somebody I look up to. And there are other people too that are really doing well in the community. There are other people that I see them trying their best also to put smiles on people's face daily and then tend to the needs of people. There are people like that in the community. So we thank God for God, man.
Yeah, and I hear you, but I mean, I understand the humble approach when you say you're not important. You are important. You're important to me. You're important to others. You're important to the people that you're important to. So, if you're important to one person, you are important. I mean, let's be real. But I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate that, and I respect that. You said that the guy he's your mentor. Now, do you speak to him personally, or is that just somebody you see from a distance, from a short distance, that you would like to maybe one day work with, or bring some of your ideas to him because he has the resources to help you in that area? Do you know him personally?
Hmm. Well, it's from a distance, a very, very far distance. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know of my existence because
Mm.
um, a man of that caliber, seeing him, it's a big deal. It's really, really a big deal. He's mostly not in the country. I guess he only comes into the country when during festive seasons like Christmas is approaching, so he'll be in town. Then during Salah, that's for the Muslims, he will also come in town. And then even though he's not around, he has his own charity foundation. He has schools that he has built. So he has a team that carry out humanitarian activities through the state. So he's really, really doing the most, man.
Oh, and that's powerful. So, okay, so you wish to meet him one day. You wish to meet him one day, and it will happen. I think it will happen if that's
Yeah.
something that's important to you. It'll happen. And all that good stuff. You talked about the festivals. Let's talk about the festivals because I know in that area the culture is rich. The heritage is rich with traditional
Mm,
festivals, with the music, and the
mm.
crafts. Let's talk a little bit about that. What time of the year are the festivals, and how lit? How lit? We say things are lit, which is like on fire out here. How big is the festivals, and the music and the crafts and all that kind of stuff, the heritage, the culture, the rich heritage, how big is that there, and what time of the year does that happen?
Thank you. Nigeria is actually a country that is blessed with a lot of natural resources. I guess we're not we really like we're really a big deal in Africa, obviously. But the only problem we have is just few little touches that needs to be ironed out, and then I guess in no time we're going to be a big deal in Africa.
Peace and love to my brother Jason. Said facts on that. All right. We talking to Dr. Lee, and he's going to talk about the festivals and the rich heritage in Nigeria, uh, and the traditions of the, I guess when it's time to party, it's like Mardi Gras. It's on. So when he come back, once he gets unfrozen, we'll get him on here to give us some inside, inside visibility, I should say, kind of a perspective, or something that we can think about, that we can visualize in our heads on how it is during festival time in Nigeria and all that good stuff. Peace and love to the family. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today, excuse me, to this interview, which is it is night where he is. It's night over there. So, and it's crazy because, I've done so many shows with folk, and, played so many music from folk in the community out there, and show some love and some support to some of the young artists coming up in the game. And I used to be like, we are always talking in the morning. I'd be like, yo, I was hitting you last night, And they were like, man, I was asleep, man. And, I was asleep at the time you was hitting me up. And so it's a 6 hour difference. It's a 6 hour difference. So you gotta, you have to plan accordingly if you want to talk to people, if you have a connection, or you're trying to do certain things from America to Africa. It's a 6 hour difference, and it may be, even more in some other places. I mean, we do have that here, with being in, let's say on the East Coast, and you got the West Coast, which is California, whatever, and it's 12 o'clock and it's 9 o'clock over there, type of thing, right? And that's something that we're used to because it's only 3 hours, which still makes a big difference. So 6 hours, oh yeah, it's a huge difference. So whatever you do, don't get mad at nobody and say he ain't reach out to you or he ain't say nothing to you when you try to talk to him. It's just that, when we at night, when we chilling at night talking and feeling active and, feeling like we got a chance to rest, they sleep. That type of thing. So we're gonna bring my boy back on here. You there? You there? Okay, you got two phones. All right, let me get you on this one. Let's remove that one. Hang on for a second. All right, let's get Dr. Lee back up in here. All right, there you go. All
Yeah,
right, my boy. Yeah, so let's talk about the festivals. What time of the year is the festivals, and how big of a deal it is for the folk out there? Do everybody look forward to it?
yeah. Um, we have the Calabar Festival that I think you should Google that, man.
I
People
am.
come all over the country from all over the world, actually all over the world, to attend the festival, and it's a really big deal because that's an opportunity for artists to display their crafts, to display their works, and then get foreign patronage. A lot of the artworks that you see some people all over out there in the states where you are from, a lot of artworks they get, apart from the ones that those colonial masters were able to cut out of our country, the ones that are legally over there are mostly because they have high patronage of such work. So it's really a
Pick it.
big deal.
You covering your mic. Pick your mic. Yeah. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, so it's really a big deal because a lot of artists they get patronage from foreign countries, and you
Okay.
get that. Yeah,
Now you was breaking up. You were breaking up at the last part, but you said I think I heard what you were trying to say. A lot of people get patronized from the states and just from every part of the continent. People come from different countries. It's really big because this is an opportunity for people to make some money because they can
true.
spend a lot of time creating and building a craft for this big day. because they know that day they're gonna go out there and they're gonna bear some fruits by selling their product. Okay, so I get that. I get that. And what time of the year is that? Is that in the summertime? Is that when I mean, oh, summertime? It's always hot in Africa. It's always hot. So so, but what are the months the festival take place?
Well, Calabar Festival takes place during December.
Oh, December. Okay,
Yeah, sometimes it's
good.
during January because this currently artists are already getting prepared. Artists are already working towards it to display December. There is also the fishing festival that happens during the rainy season. After the rainy season, it happens around that time. Then there is INAC, which is International Art and Craft Expo, is currently happening in Nigeria, where they display a lot of artworks, they do exhibitions. So throughout the year, there are different festivals that artists normally benefit from.
Nice. So we have touched on pretty much everything. We touched on the good. We touched on the bad. We touched on the ugly. But there's one thing that we can't get out of the building without talking about, because this is a universal thing that everybody. I don't care where you come from under the clock. I don't care where you come from under the clock. You have to respect this one thing. Let's talk about something that everybody loves. And when I do make a trip there, I want to see, where is the food, man? What's up with the food, my brother? Where is the food? Who's making it? What is the traditional dish? What's on the plate? What's something that you say, you know what, Shaun, you got to try this. You here? I'm hungry. You got to try this, because this right here, if you eat this, you're gonna be talking about this forever. Give me that dish that I'm looking forward to, man.
Yeah, the dish you should be looking forward to is Nigerian jollof,
Jollof.
egusi. Yeah, Nigerian jollof, egusi soup, okra soup,
Mm-hmm.
then oha soup.
Okra soup. Okay, okra soup. I know about okra. I know about okra. But I mean, yeah. So soup. I mean, come on, man. Soup is boring, man. I mean, it's good, but it's boring. Come on, you got to come better than
No,
that, man.
it's not just soup. It comes with a side dish. So like
Mm-hmm.
when you are eating okra, you eat okra with either you eat okra with pounded yam, or you eat it with gari, or you eat it
Mm-hmm.
with semo.
Absolutely. So yeah. My boy Jay said, he said, yeah, food and music. Those are the two universal languages everybody got to agree with. I don't care where you come from, no matter what. Those are the two things that everybody has to agree on. Okay, so jollof. Now, what is jollof? Is that I mean, I see some of the places here, they sell jollof, and I believe that's rice. What else is inside of the jollof?
Is basically rice and dried fish.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And so
made.
you're saying that that's the best dish right now. And when I
Well,
come
that
when I come to your area, I'm looking. That's what I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, man, this." I'm gonna sit back in my seat and be like, "Bro, this tastes so good right here, man."
jollof rice, egusi soup, and white soup.
All right, this brother, this brother right here he's a vegan, man. he, he don't eat heavy. He he likes soup. That's, he's a healthy guy. So are you big with the health? Because I mean, if you're drinking soup, you're gonna be healthy all day, man. I appreciate that. Peace and love to you. Shout out to Julie Allender. Julie Allender. Do you know Julie Allender, Dr. Lee?
No
Okay.
man, no
Well,
man.
peace and love to Julie Allender. Go ahead and add
Respect.
this brother. Yeah, add this brother right here. He's doing some wonderful work in the community. As far as humanitarian work, he's working with some of the kids on the ground. He does a lot of art. He's teaching the kids in the village or the kids in the community how to take their arts and craft, perfect it, and also sell it. So he's helping people manifest their vision, and I think that's a powerful thing that this brother is doing. Julie, you just coming up in the building. Go ahead and if you have a question for the guest, Dr. Lee, go ahead and drop your comment in the building right now, and we'll get your question on. Other than that, Dr. Lee, man, it's been fantastic, man. We've been talking. So, are we gonna get? I mean, before we get out of here, are we gonna get some music now? That I don't know if you heard what I was saying. I think you had broke up or it froze and I was like, when I asked you about the bills, Dr. Lee was like, man, Shaun G, man, nah, man, this thing don't pay no bills. Dr. Lee was like, man, and Dr. Lee, it's a joke that we be running out here, right? Because you got a lot
Yeah.
of grown men. You got grown men out here, and you see them, and they be like 40 years old, 30, 40, and they be running that same line. And they be like, yo, man, so what you doing these days, man? Yeah, I'm doing that music. And the women ain't trying to hear that. The women like, nah, I ain't talking about no music. I want to know what kind of job you got. So when you said that to me, I kind of laughed. I thought it was a little hilarious, but I understand that because you like, man, I ain't messing with this, man. This is wasting my time. I'm not getting paid. So the thing is, sometimes with that stuff, you can't put too much energy into it. If you don't, you gotta kind of have a nest egg over here for you to play around and have some fun with certain things. And it's a time and place for everything. And sometimes if that time has left the building, it ain't even worth. It ain't even worth it. He said, Tommy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. But yeah, so I think we touched on everything. We touched on health, we touched on food, we touched on music, we touched on giving, we touched on religion, we touched on pretty much everything, man. Before we get out of the building, I don't see the young lady posing any question. So I guess she's just sitting back watching. All right. But before we get out of the building, man, I appreciate this conversation, man. And I look forward to all of the stuff that you got coming up. I'll be there. If you got some stuff that you want to talk about or you want to bring to the table, something that's important, always feel free to hit me. And you could just press a button and I'm like, boop, boop, pressing a button right back and we can communicate. And I think that's a powerful thing, man. This your boy, Dr. Lee, family. Shaun G, the main office. Peace and love to everybody who has tuned in. And I'm sure that some folks is in work and they like, I want to listen, but I can't because, my boss looking at me. So we'll catch a lot of people on the, as they start to be able to pick up their phones and all that kind of stuff. Peace and love. And also, we'll share the video when we get off. Go ahead and share it to a lot of the groups where you are to get some more eyeballs on it. And like I said, man, I wish you well and everything that you're doing. I feel your goodness. I feel the good energy that comes off of you as I talk to you and I look at you. I see you. I know you're a good brother. And that's what I like. And those are the people I want to connect with all the time. You know what I mean? If I looked at you and I was like, man, this guy full of crap, you probably never hear from me again.
And I want to say a big thank you and a big
Yeah.
shout out to you, man, because 2017, I will never forget when you shared my song on your platform. I was like, man, I'm blown.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Now let me ask you. Wait. Is that because did you come through? Is the connection with you through Tongis, or from Floma? Tongis.
Tongis, yeah, that was actually my song, and then I featured him on the song Exchanging Places.
Was that
So
joint? Is that the song that's on? I'm a real black boy. Bro, I played that on Thanksgiving, man. I ran that song about 50 times, bro. On Thanksgiving,
yeah,
man. I remember.
yeah.
Yeah. That was a
So
powerful
yeah,
day.
I
Wow.
featured him on the song, and then he told me, wow, he reached out to a friend of his, and then he he uploaded the song on his platform, and I was like, man, share me the link, share me the link, and then we got
Yeah.
connecting. And here we are,
Powerful. I remember that, man. How is Tongis? Where's he and what's up with him, man? How's he doing?
man. The last I heard from Turkey, he's actually an officer right now.
He a police officer?
Customs.
Oh, customs. Okay. Does he live far away from you, or you don't really see him as much? He's not in the area.
Well, he's in the city while I'm in the bush doing the humanitarian.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So and so the equivalent of that in here is like he's in the city, and then over here is like the suburbs. That's like the where the spreaded land is at. It's a lot of land, and not too many houses everywhere. Different from the
exactly.
city. No, I got you. I understand that. Yeah, man. Hey, if you talk to him, man, give him a shout out for me. I don't know. Maybe y'all not friends no more. I don't know. But whatever. But just give him a shout out. I hope everything is well with him because again, he's the person who connected us. So even for
True,
that, I,
true.
I can give him thanks. You know what I mean? Shout out,
Exactly.
shout out to Donnie on the check-in. Hey, Donnie, we are interviewing our brother in Nigeria right now, and he's been talking about some amazing things. He said, "Hey, I'm at work, but I'm well tuned in now." So peace and love to you, Donnie. You kind of came in on the tail end, so I'm gonna get this brother out of here. I want to appreciate everybody who took the time to come through and chop it up with us. It's a beautiful thing. Peace and love to the main office family. Um, and I think I may be in the building tonight, play some music, and continue this energy. So peace and love to you, family, man. I thank you, Dr. Lee, and send my
Yeah,
love and respects to everybody in the community. Tell them Sean G said he loved them, and we
yeah,
hope they all thrive and be blessed. All right.
yeah. And thank you to Christy, and Christy. I saw her message. She said we share the same name, man. Respect. Always a pleasure meeting you people.
Yes, yes, indeed. You already know, main office, man. Peace, my brother. I see you. All right. Stay in touch,
Respect.
and we'll talk. All right. If anything you got coming up, all right, we'll definitely
God
promote it.
bless. God bless. God
All right.
bless.
Peace, peace.
Respect.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy right there, Dr. Lee family. Tuned in. Shout out to Donnie. Donnie at work right now. People got. Hold on, girl. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. you know, that type of thing. What happened? Your boy cut up a little bit, man. So peace and love to Donnie on the check. And shout out to my man Jason, Jason and his wife. Jason's tuned in. All right, peace and love to them. Oh, as a matter of fact, I got to send a shout out to them as well because they, got their new page, Christian Jason Lee. How ironic, my man, Dr. Lee, and all that kind of stuff. Man, positive brother, man, positive brother. A lot of people like the guy, and I like him. So I know that you guys enjoyed the conversation. Yeah, I enjoyed, just getting a different perspective from another. And this is what we like to bring to the table. So I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna beat it up too much. But I look forward to bringing you some more people. We got a lot of lineups, a lot of people that's gonna be coming in here, talking about a lot of different things. I mean, from so many different angles of their reality, and I think that's important. To sit back and have conversations. I mean, there's so many ways and so many things to do with that. So peace and love to you guys, and I want to thank y'all for just checking in and tuning in and spending some time with us because you could be doing anything and could have been anywhere in the world, but you guys came here to lounge with us. All right, it is the main office, your boy Sean G, and we up out of here, family. We'll see y'all. As a matter of fact, I think I'll be in the building tonight sometime about 7-ish, 7:30, around that time. So, y'all come through and chill with your boy, and we'll get into some stuff, all right? So peace and love to the family. I'm up out of here. Main office, your boy Sean G. Peace.